Hello, my name is Ella. As some of you may know, some of you may not know, but nonetheless, my name is Ella. And this year, I'm turning 19. And I'm going through this weird stage of my life where being 19 years old doesn't seem like the truth. Because it feels like for the longest time I've been waiting for these days. I feel like growing up, all I did was wait and wait and wait to be this age. Um, what I'm getting at here is that I think I spent more of my life waiting to be this age, to do all the things that I dreamt of, that I never actually did anything I ever wanted. So, being 18 years old, turning 19 years old, I am committing myself to doing all the things I wanted, that I've dreamt of, that I've been interested in, that I've desired, that I've longed for, because I really believe that we don't have nearly as much time as many as dreams. Like I believe that we have more dreams than we do time, but that's not to say that with time you can't fulfill those dreams. I do think we have more time than we think we have, but I don't think that we treat it as special because of that. There's a lot of this weird stage where you don't know what you're doing with your life, and there's so much external pressure to be interesting, to be cool, be funny, be on social media, be not on social media. Perfect balance of everything in life, and I don't think that there's ever anything that will be a perfect balance in life. But at this age, and at this time, and in this era of life, nothing has ever felt more important than to be perfect. And I know that this kind of sounds a little ridiculous, and like you're wondering, like, where is this girl going with all this information? And like, we don't care, whatever. But if you don't care, you can swipe off, I guess. But more what I mean by that is that, like, this is the time that you're supposed to feel free of judgment and feel free of worry and confusion and just do. Just be, just do, just exist to live. So essentially, this is my commitment to the world and YouTube, I guess, in a sense, that I'm going to do everything I've ever dreamt of doing. But also, I'm going to continue to be the person I've always longed to be, the person I've always allowed myself to know. I've always been this really energetic and super hyper fun, happy person, and sometimes it lands really well with a crowd, and sometimes people are annoyed. But it never ever stopped me from being myself, because I always knew internally that I wanted to be this way. For the rest of my life, I've always known that I want to be as happy and as joyful and as passionate and as real and honest as I am now, indefinitely. I plan to be that way for as long as I can. But now it seems as though I realize why people turn into these evil, cranky, grumpy people by 25, 27. It's because we spend so much of our lives worrying about what other people think, about social media, about being good at the sport that you always loved, and being the perfect student in college, and having a good GPA, getting that internship, not getting that internship, having the summer of traveling, not having the summer of traveling, like living in your 20s, not living in anything at all. Like, it's just this weird era of life that just destroys you as a human. And so me turning 19, so now I'm really an adult. I was really an adult at 18, but now I'm really an adult. It's so weird. And it's so frustrating. And I think we as people, we deserve more. We as people, we need to give off more. We have so much to give and so much to love and do with our lives, and it's wasted with mental garbage. So this is my letter to the world, saying that you need to get off of your phone. Get off of your phone. Get off of social media. Get off of whatever's holding you back in life. Let go of the person in your life who tells you that you can't do it. Whoever it is, it could be your grandparents for all I know. Let them go. Love them, forgive everyone. You have so much time. You have so much time to be angry. Be angry later. Forgive now, love now, understand now. Go out there and experience everything you can. If you want to learn how to DJ, DJ. Do it. No one's going to stop you. Find a DJ board on Facebook Marketplace and talk to the stranger you bought it from too. You know, just go do everything you absolutely can and want. If you want to run a marathon, run a marathon. Start training now because it's going to take you a minute, but start. Just start. Whatever it is, just start. I think I spent so much of this short amount of time that I've been on Earth longing for something. Ignore all the noises in the background, please. But I've spent so much of my life longing for something, for so much. And it's always been just right in front of my face. Like, I could just do it. I could have done it 10 years ago. When I was 8 years old, I could have done it. When I was 6, I could have done it. When I was 10, when I was 12. Whether or not I could have or should have done it should not impact what I'm doing now. Because at this point in my life, I cannot go back in time. Maybe one day in the future I'll be able to go back in time, but for right now, that is not an option. And because it's not an option, it is so much better to just start doing it now. I've always wanted to learn how to sew. I got a sewing machine from my grandma a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, because I was like, you know what, that's it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn how to sew. I have not touched that sewing machine since the day that it landed in my house. And I honestly can't tell you when I'm going to start sewing, because I don't feel like sewing right now. I haven't felt like sewing since I got the machine. I haven't desired to sew ever. But I thought, sewing is so cool. I want to sew. It's landed in my home and I don't care about it. But at the same time as I got the sewing machine, I also got needlepoint. I was gifted a big needlepoint and I'm obsessed with it. And I do it all the time. Whenever I can, I bring it around with me. Everyone thinks, when are you going to finish it? I've had it probably for a year. And I still haven't finished it. But it's because it's fun. It relaxes me. It gives me joy. It brings me joy. And I think that everyone's in such a rush. There's so much pressure to be perfect at something the second you start it. There's so much pressure to have this endless, infinite desire and longing for everything in life. But really, sometimes our short-term desires are actually our long-term fuel. These little small things, they fuel you for life. You need to find as many things as you can that bring you joy, that keep you occupied. I cannot tell you what to do. I have no answers, and I'm not even a book. I am so uninteresting and I am so not useful, but I am aware, and I've experienced this in my life, and I'm experiencing it currently in my life. And I think we need to realize how important it is to just get out there and go do things. And I feel as though I'm going a little bit on a tangent here, but nonetheless, it is so important to just go, open the door, open the window, let the air in. Go outside and jump around and dance, even if there's people walking on your street, even if you live in an apartment building. At the gas station, dance around while your car is pumping gas. While you're coloring in your coloring book, go do it outside. On campus, if you're a college student, feel free to dance a little when your music is playing and it's a good song that you want to listen to. In your car, roll the windows down, dance, sing. You really only get to do these things because you allow yourself to. And if you don't allow yourself to do anything, then you're never going to be happy. I have no solutions for anything in this life. I really don't. But I'm just beginning to learn that if I don't do the things that I desire, if I don't do what my heart, my mind, my soul is calling me to do, I don't know what I'll be. I don't know who I'll become if I don't know my own self.